Hi, welcome back to This Mama Loves. I recorded this video yesterday, and I recorded it on my desktop, and trying to edit the video, the audio was off, and I don't know if it's my camera, and maybe I need a new webcam. I don't know, but it was one whole hot mess. There were parts that had no audio. There were parts where it was slowed down, where it was out of sync with the video. I don't know how to fix none of that. So I'm just going to do this again. So yesterday, when I made the video, yesterday was my birthday. And I was discussing my plans for the week. So we'll go there. I'm on the green plan, and so I have 30 daily points and 42 weekly points. Now, when they first rolled out their new plans, I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago from Monday. 2 weeks ago from Monday, I had decided at the time to stick with the blue plan to do the freestyle. I don't know. My daughter's in the living room watching No Kids. So you might see her doing stuff there. But I had decided to stay with the blue plan. I had liked the idea of having all those 0-point foods, but there are a lot of 0-point foods that I don't like because I am a picky eater. So I was going on through the week, and I was really coming to terms with the fact that I wasn't losing weight anymore. I was fluctuating in between like a pound, losing, gaining. So ultimately, I was just staying at, one spot. And I'm not going to say it's the program's fault. It's me. I had to really come to terms with the fact that I need more structure. I am not a very disciplined person. And excuse the shine. I did my face care routine just now because I don't do it first thing in the morning when I get up because I'm trying to hurry up and get my oldest daughter to the school bus. So I forego all of that until I get back in the house. And so when I came back in, I had decided, I know this is a quite derailment. I had decided to make breakfast first, make a cup of tea this morning. I'm having peppermint tea. And I'm not dragging as much this morning as I usually am. So I felt like I didn't need that boost of caffeine. So I opted for tea instead because I love tea. And peppermint tea is one of my favorites. And I had a quick breakfast. I had I think it was a 5-point breakfast. Let's see. I didn't put my tea in the tracker because it's 0 points. I used monk fruit sweetener, which was 0 points. The tea is 0 points. So I just didn't bother putting that in my tracker this morning. I had a 5-point breakfast, so I don't know if you'll be able to see. Nope, that glare is real. Maybe if I could turn off this light, would that do? Nope. Maybe if it's coming out backwards. Okay, well, so I had for breakfast, I had a 5-point breakfast. I gotta brighten the screen. I had a slice of bread. I had the Trader Joe's Tuscan bread, which I love that bread. And one slice will do me. Like, I'm completely satisfied with that. Now it's 3 points for a slice. So yeah, it's a point splurge for me because usually I eat a 1 point bread. Bread that's 1 point a slice. I had an egg and I had 2 slices of the Myers brand smoked uncured ham. 2 slices is 0 points. Once you have 3 slices is 1 point. Between 3 and 5, I think 3 and 5, up to 5 slices is 1 point. I don't remember what 6 slices is. And then I had just a little sprinkle of fat-free cheddar cheese, which was 0 points. So I had a 5 point breakfast, which that does segue back into what I'm going to say. So I had a bit of a reality check for myself that I need more structure. I need to be held accountable for what I'm eating. And so, given that, oh, and like I said, I did my face after I had breakfast. So I did my whole face routine. So it starts off looking until it starts settling in and everything, and then it doesn't look so shiny. But decided to have, I decided that I need to track more of what I'm eating. Now, again, this wasn't just the problem with my stagnant weight, it was also other factors, and I'll get into that. But I knew that by not counting chicken and like lean meats and eggs and so on and so forth, I could be causing myself some trouble here. So I decided to go with green by that Thursday. I decided purple was not going to be for me. I'll get in trouble with those zero, because again, I'll be in that same boat with more 0 point foods. So I decided to go with green. Also, what was so hard for me was this struggle of 23 points a day. Just felt like, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the number, maybe it's a head thing, a mind thing, you know. I felt like the 23 points wasn't enough, that struggling to fill in with 0 point foods. And again, I am a picky eater. Chicken breast is not my go-to part of the chicken. I love dark meat. You know, chicken breast done right, you know, as long as it's not dried out, you know, I can eat it. I don't mind it. But my favorite part of the chicken is the thigh. You know, and so I would find myself just obviously going less towards that. I like pork chops, and I'm not necessarily a fan of like very lean pork chops. So to me, it was just 23 points, just to me mentally was a block for me, I guess. You know, so I'm just trying to struggle to fill in, like I said, because by the time I have breakfast, like this 5 point breakfast, I would be left with 19 points for the rest of the day. And I'm thinking like, oh gosh, 19 points, lunch and dinner, and sometimes dinner could be one of my bigger point meals. And I'm like, well, how can I do snack? And, you know, what can I get for snack? And should I get snack? And I felt just like, I know they say on Weight Watchers you shouldn't deprive yourself of things, but I felt like I was doing that I'm depriving myself. And so I decided to go to the green plan, which gave me 30 points for a day. So I have 25 points left. I'm still not even at the minimum point range for the blue plan. I have 25 points left for today. I don't feel like it's a struggle to how am I going to work these meals out and so on and so forth. Like, I think for lunch I might have a chicken, a salad with chicken. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to debate what I want to do for lunch. But another thing I had to really come to terms with is the fact that I am a late night snacker. And I don't go to bed with everybody else in the house. I'm a night owl. I have always been. A lot of times I have trouble sleeping. Again, that's something I've always struggled with since I think like high school. There are even times when I would have bouts of insomnia. So I'm up and I'm watching TV, I'm watching my shows, and I'm like, I could go for something to eat. I really could go for something to snack on. And I'm not snacking on my healthier snacks. I'm snacking on the snacks for the family. I'm eating all these potato chips and all these things I shouldn't be eating. Sometimes I make a sandwich, like, oh my God, a sandwich, and then I don't track it. I just act like, whatever. I don't track it. All of that gets me into trouble. And I know that is where a lot of my not movement on this scale is happening. Plus, I just haven't been exercising lately. But I do know that even without exercise, if I'm really diligent, I have lost weight before. And I just haven't been diligent. Here she comes.
Mom,
Yes, sweetie.
can you help?
What is this? What do I have to do?
You saw what did I
Oops.
Era quella sbagliata.
say?
Sweetie, why is this in Spanish?
I don't know.
Yeah. You just have to remember the order. Okay, go. All right, go on.
I got 5 coins.
Oh, good, sweet pea. Okay. So, I'm trying my best not to have to edit this video, so I don't even know if I'm gonna edit that out or not. Anyways,
Mom, it's not.
it's not time yet. Got 5 more minutes. I should make this quick because she wants her snack, and it's almost snack time. Okay, so. Okay. I don't remember where I was at. Oh, I wouldn't track it, and it just wasn't good. And part of me not tracking it was the 23 points in my head. Like I'm out of 20. I'm out of my dailies. I've already gone into weeklies. Blah blah blah. I just wasn't tracking appropriately is what it boils down to. So I'm eating late, which, before bed, which is not good either. And it was just all these different things. So I decided to switch to the green plan. On the green plan, I don't feel deprived. I'm tracking chicken, I'm tracking eggs. So before the green, on the blue plan, I would have 2 eggs for breakfast. And sometimes I might have toast or whatever, and whatever variation thereof of the eggs. It could be a sandwich, it could be by itself, it could be an omelet, it could be just whatever. Sometimes I would make kind of like Chinese egg foo young, but not deep fry it, which I think is pretty much typically deep fried. So I would have a bunch of vegetables in there and just, shallow fry it in the pan with the spray oil. So I would have chicken. I wouldn't measure out the chicken. I wouldn't weigh the chicken. I would just chicken breasts with 0 points. Now I've cut myself to, if I have eggs for breakfast, it's 1 egg. If I have chicken, I weigh it out because I have to account for it. And I do feel like that is helping. That is beneficial to me. I am working on the late night snacking. But when I do, I'm tracking it. So that's been great. Like last week, when I did my weigh-in, that week when they rolled out the new plans, and like I said, I changed over on Thursday. My weigh-ins are Saturdays. I changed over on Thursday, and I lost a pound, 1.4 pounds, I think. And then last week when I did a weigh-in, I lost 1.2. These are not huge, but they're huge for me because I haven't seen any weight loss in, pardon, I have not seen any weight loss in months. So this was huge for me, and it's telling me that green is my way to go. But it's a struggle for me. Plus, being such a picky eater, there are just so many things that I'm not a fan of. And I love soda, and it was a struggle for me. So I would buy soda on occasion, but it's like these big point, this soda, again, on 23 points, and I drink soda, it could be 8 to 10 points on soda. So I'm down 13 points, and I didn't even eat food. That was just a drink, you know. Ginger ale was about, for the same amount that I would drink, be about 6 points. So it's less, but, juices, all of that stuff. It was, there's one brand of sweetened iced tea that I like. They have the lemonade iced tea, and I love it. Is it Gold Peak? I think it's Gold Peak, but it's very high in points. They also make a lightly sweetened iced tea, and I really do like that, and that's much lower in points. I think for like, maybe, is it 12 ounces for 4 points? Let me see, because I don't want to lead you astray in case y'all are in my boat. You want something to drink and trying to find it. Is it Gold Peak? Lightly sweet tea. So yeah, 12 ounces is 4 points, which I'll have 12 ounces over 2 to 3 servings. So that gives me, for 2 meals at least, those 4 points. Because sometimes I'll just have 4 ounces of it. I'll have like a whole lot of ice and like 4 ounces of it. Or sometimes I might do 5 ounces or 6 ounces. So that's like amazing for me. And I love that. Soda. I just recently discovered that I don't mind Coke Zero. I tried Coke Zero and I tried Pepsi Zero. Did not like Pepsi Zero. Coke Zero tastes very close to Coke. Pepsi Zero did not taste very close to Pepsi to me. Pepsi is my favorite. I'm a Pepsi drinker over a Coke drinker. Sorry. Sometimes I do like Coke because Coke to me is not as sweet as Pepsi, and sometimes I don't want that extra sweet. I've also discovered that I do like Diet Orange Sunkiss. So I have some soda options. Prior to that, I was drinking like the sparkling waters. Some I don't like. I don't like that aftertaste. That some of them I found either doesn't. Well, I think they do have a slight aftertaste, but some of it's very minimal. And then when I drink it over ice, I don't even really notice the aftertaste. So these are some of the workarounds I'm trying to figure out for myself. Snacks is a big thing. I mean, I've loaded up my snack basket here with a lot of low point snacks. But again, at night, when I'm hit with I don't really feel like that. I want this instead. So that's my struggle, and I'm trying hard. I wasn't very successful at it. Sunday night, I did have like a peanut butter on toast. I did use that Tuscan bread to toast, and I had 2 slices of that. 2 slices is 7 points. I had some of my light country crock, which came up to about a point. I had the Jif whips, which I think came up to about a point, the amount I used, or maybe 2 points. Came up to 2 points. So I had like a 10-point late night snack. But I tracked it. I tracked it. And my biggest thing for this week was that it's my birthday week and it's Thanksgiving. My husband took me out to lunch yesterday for my birthday, which I knew he was going to do. So I was trying to think of how I was going to track for this. Not track, but use my points wisely for the week, my weekly points. And it turned out I didn't have to overthink it as much. My lunch was pretty high in points, but not as high as it could have been because I didn't eat the whole thing. I ate one part. I had gotten the Admiral Feast, the Ultimate Feast, because I wanted crab legs. I didn't even eat the crab legs yesterday. Took it home. But they had, for now, I think it's a limited time thing where you can create your own. So they give you a choice of 3 things. Yeah, I think it's like 3 things. So I had 4. You get 4 basically seafood meats. So I chose the crab stuffed shrimp ragoons, which was amazing. That I ate there because I knew that would be harder to reheat. Well, anytime I go to a restaurant, I'm bringing food home because I just can't finish it all. Period. That I didn't want to reheat. They were really crispy and airy. It was so good. Not airy, but like flaky. It was so good. I had the mac and cheese lobster because I'm still trying to find out if I like lobster or not. I tried lobster for the first time when I went to visit my family, and I didn't particularly care for it because I think it was cooked too long. It was kind of dry. So I decided to get that because whatever it was a lobster something, and I didn't want to get like a whole lobster tail and not like it and whatever. So I got the mac and cheese because if nothing else, I'll at least eat the mac and cheese. I don't like the lobster bits in there. That I literally took like 2 bites out of, and by bites I just mean like it's like 4 pieces of macaroni and cheese, and a piece of lobster meat, which was not bad. I had a shrimp scampi, which I did not eat, and I had the not lobster, I'm so sorry, the crab legs, which I did not eat, snow crab legs. So I packed all that and took it home. I had a salad, which the dressing was like about a point, about the amount that I had, because I didn't have a lot of dressing. I don't like my food just drenched. So it was about a point worth of dressing for my salad, and with the croutons, I think the salad came up to about 2 or 3 points in the tracker. The crab ragoon, the crab stuffed shrimp ragoons. I'm gonna tell you actually. I'm gonna go back to yesterday because I tracked it. That was 14 points. The salad with the croutons was 2 points. The dressing was 1 point. And I did have a cheddar bay biscuit, which was 6 points. So that came up to 23 points. So yeah, that was most of my points. Like I said, Sunday night was also when I had that 10-point snack, which was after midnight. So I did put it towards Monday. So I put in 10 points there. For dinner, I was so full, I didn't really have dinner. I had some grapes, and I did have a snack, which was some tortilla chips, which came up to 3 points. And so I had 36 points I used yesterday. And it still kept me in a blue dot, which I'm amazed. I was in a blue dot, 36 points. So tracking. Okay, baby, 1 minute. Well, we'll rewind it. So again, tracking these late night snacks. I've remained within blue dot range. I was 36 points Sunday and Monday. I was 30 points Saturday. So today I'm 5 points in right now at this point. So I'm just so thrilled with that. I this green plan, I'm loving it so much. So now Thanksgiving. Like I said, I'm a picky eater. There's a lot of stuff. We're going to my in-laws. We've been going to my in-laws for Thanksgiving since we've moved to Michigan. And being a picky eater, there's a lot that they make that I don't eat. And plus, she is cooking for a dietary restriction because her husband, my father-in-law, is can't have any salt and very little fat. So she cooks with that in mind already. My biggest thing will probably be the potatoes, which might be my hardest thing because I don't like a lot of Thanksgiving, typical Thanksgiving desserts, which they do have, like sweet potato pies, pumpkin pies. I can't remember if she does have that or not. Sometimes I know she has like pecan pie. I don't like that. Sometimes she makes a peanut butter pie, which my husband loves. Not my thing. Turkey is not my thing. I do get ground turkey meat now because I want to mix it with the ground beef so that it does lower the point value. Well, anytime I get like sausages and things like that, I do get turkey sausages. Those I like, but like the plain just turkey, I'm a huge fan. And then if I do, I'll have a piece of the turkey thigh. So I don't even have a whole turkey thigh. I don't like turkey leg. I don't like turkey breast. Bless you, sweet pea. I do eat her string beans, and she does have, they buy Black Store but bought biscuits, and she has butter. The butter, biscuit, potatoes are going to be my biggest thing. My husband also going to buy apple pie, which apple pie is my favorite kind of pie. Will I have a slice? I probably will. I'll just try to make it as small as possible. So my goal is hopefully to either stay within my point range, or at the most I want to dip into weeklies is 10 points. But if I go more in, I'm okay. You know what? It's the end of the week for me. I got Friday left. Saturday's my weigh-in, starts a whole new week. So even if I do that, I'm really going to try not to, because again, Friday, I want to save my points because we're going to the movies. I have to have popcorn and butter. Have to. So I do want to make sure I have enough points going into my weeklies. So if I use up all my weeklies for this week, whatever. Last week I used up all my weeklies and was in a negative by 2, and I lost 1.2 pounds, which also tells me if I didn't dip so heavily into my weeklies, I might have lost more than that. So there's that. So yeah, I'm really liking this green plan. I feel like it suits me. I'm so glad that Weight Watchers came out with plan options, because none of us are the same. We're not just these cookie cutters.
Mom,
Yes, sweet pea?
come here.
I'll be right there, baby. You know, we all vary. And the freestyle, I mean, it does allow you that variance. But some people need more structure, like me. Need more structure. Some people flourish at, okay, baby. You don't need me anymore? Isabel? You don't need me anymore? Okay. You don't need me. You know, others flourish when they have more, less restriction. So I'm glad that they came out with these 3 plans, because at the very least, there are 3 categories. You know, obviously some of us might be even more different and divergent, and that's, you know, but now there's just more options, and I think that's amazing, and I'm so happy they did that. And I have to say, one of my favorite channels to watch, I have a few favorite channels for Weight Watchers, and maybe I'll do a video on some of my top Weight Watchers channels. But one of my favorites is Anita on Chit Chat Patty Whack. I just love her. I love her style, her enthusiasm, her, and that she talks about her ups and her downs, and just keeping it real. We're not all here just like I'm on Weight Watchers and I'm killing it every day and all of this. No, we are fallible beings, and I have slip ups, and so I'm not here trying to say, oh, do what I do, it works, it's amazing, blah blah blah. No, I go through like Instagram, these Weight Watcher, follow like a lot of Weight Watcher people on Instagram and on the Weight Watchers app on their Connect, and I see how these some people, they're like, oh, I started in February and by June I've lost half of myself. I'm like, what? How? I can't do that. I started in February and I've lost, I think, like a total of like 9 pounds. And sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, it makes me feel bad. It makes me, not that their success makes me feel bad, it just, I feel like they're giving it their all. And clearly I'm not. And I'm not working this program how it needs to be worked. But then I think to myself, at least you're doing something. You're doing something about your weight. It might not be as fast as you would like it to be, but you are dropping weight. And that's what I have to keep telling myself. I feel like I need water now. I have my water. Anita always says, got your water? Ooh, I think that tea was making me more thirsty. I might have sweetened it a little too much. So anyways. Yeah, and I would feel like, how is it? I can't, like, that's amazing. Why can I not do that? People, don't do me. Don't compare yourself. Do you. Go at your own pace, whatever it is. As long as it works for you, that's it. Don't go out there comparing yourself to this person and that person, because again, that kind of sets you up to fail. Because I could at any point in my mind say, well, this just is not working for me. I'm done. I quit. And then what? I'll be honest. Every day I tell myself, okay, you're gonna go exercise. Do I get there? No. Part of it is laziness. I'm gonna keep it real. Part of it is laziness. I get to the point where I'm like, oh God, I just don't feel like, and I could say it's the kids and I'm just tired. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But I see people who push themselves past that tired, and I could do that. I guess I just don't have that motivation at this point to push past that tired. So, but that's all right. I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to still keep having in my head, I'm going to go exercise today. And one of these days, I'm going to get my butt out there and I'm going to exercise. Whether I go to the gym here or I do something, in my living room, whatever it is, it's going to be there. It's in the back of my head, but it's in my head. So, anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching, and I do hope you come back soon. Bye.